Hey there, future California teacher, and welcome to this Rica Test prep lesson. Here to give you a 10-question quiz all about informational texts. This competency comes from Competency 15, and the video is presented by ricatest.com, your number one test prep to help you make passing your upcoming RICA exam simple. All right, so without further ado, you want to make sure that you are totally ready for test day. And to do so, we have a 10-question quiz. We're going to get started. I'm going to read the question for you, and then I'm going to give you time to look at answer options A, B, C, and D, so you can try and select the most appropriate response, and then together we'll pick the best answer. So question number 1 reads, which statement best distinguishes expository from narrative reading? Is it A, B, C, or D? Give it a minute, pause the video if you need, and try and find the correct solution. All right, so remember that expository reading is often selective and purpose-driven. We often use text features to locate certain information. We can think of using context and structures like the captions underneath images, the titles, the table of contents, the learning objectives. And so for that reason, I'm looking at answer option A like this is probably the best solution. Readers sample sections to meet specific information needs. It's not like we read from top to bottom, from the very first page to the very last page. We kind of take what we need from that text. So going on to question number 2, this one asks a chapter explaining why earthquakes occur uses which text structure? Take a moment here to read all of the answer options. Now, explaining why something occurs, for example, earthquakes here, would align with the cause and effect structure in, for example, a science curriculum. So I'm going to go ahead and answer with option C. Moving on to question number 3. This one asks, when teaching index, when teaching how to use the index, use the gradual release of responsibility. Remember, that's an instructional strategy we've talked about in past videos. Which step reflects phase 2 of that gradual release of responsibility? All right, so remember, the gradual release of responsibility is when we gradually allow the students to do more of the task, but we start by first modeling. However, remember that phase 2 involves shared responsibility, and this is the partial, this is when the teacher, let's say the teacher supports the student by partially completing the exercise. So for example, maybe I'll read the question and then you answer it, but this is the part of the crucial aspect of using the gradual release of responsibility. So I see option B, where the teacher guides and the students locate the topics to support. I'm going to go with that. Let's go on to question number 4. This one asks, which pre-reading technique uniquely fits content area textbook lessons? Is it A, B, C, or D? Linking to previously learned content, we can use tools like the KWL chart. Remember, that's what you know, what you want to know, and what you've learned, or also retrieval charts, which might be prepared by the readers for new lessons. So I'm going to go ahead and answer with D. Moving on to question number 5. If you're feeling like these videos, or this video in particular, is helping you, make sure to give it a thumbs up. We would really appreciate it. This question asks, which description best matches a 3-level study guide? This 3-level study guide is reading jargon. It's technical terminology that you'll want to be familiar with for your exam. And in case you need a refresher, just go back up here once you're logged into ricatest.com and just watch our study guide video lesson there, or I'll go right up here and read the subtest 2 study guide. All right, so back to this question. We have 4 different answer options. Which one is most suitable? For question number 5, I'm looking at answer option B. Uses literal, inferential, and evaluative comprehension question. Remember, that is the 3-level guides when we can provide our students. We can say, answer each of these questions. Some, or 1/3 of the questions, ask literal comprehension questions, 1/3 inferential, and 1/3 evaluative comprehension questions. All right, so let's keep going, and here we go on to the next question, and let's go right there. Here we go. Question number 6. This one reads, primary purpose of a data retrieval chart in content reading is, take a moment here, is it A, B, C, or D? So data retrieval charts, this is when we structure key information using minimal writing in order to help our students focus on the essentials. So I'm looking at answer option D, record essential facts within a teacher framework. Moving on to question number 7, this one asks, which statement accurately contrasts skimming and scanning? So remember, these are two different reading strategies. We need to teach them to our students, and even more important, we need to allow our students to differentiate the differences. So when do we use one or the other? Keep in mind that skimming is previewing the text broadly, whereas scanning is when you are looking for specific details within a text. Moving on to question number 8, this reads, best step for teaching encyclopedia guide words effectively is, and this is a fill in the blank type of question. So when they're learning how to use encyclopedia, we can guide them into, figuring out how to find the words effectively. I'm looking at answer option B, explain guide words and locate matching entries. We can do this together through modeling. Question number 9, this one asks, which scaffold best supports English learners with content texts? Take a look at answer options A through D and select the best response. So combined oral discussion and writing, we can consolidate these concepts for our L1 learners. I'm looking at answer option A to use group talk and then to write the learned concepts. This way that they can interact with their peers as well as participate individually so that we can check their individual understanding. Question 10 reads, to assess comprehension using text structures, teachers should. Take a moment here to read answers A, B, C, and D and select the best response. All right, so answer option C, provide a skeleton organizer for students to complete, such as think about a cause and effect diagram or a Venn diagram. This will allow our students to demonstrate their own understanding of the key relationships that we're working on. Let's click the submit button and check how we did. 10 out of 10. All right, I hope you found this Rica Test prep lesson all about informational texts regarding comprehension to be helpful. Make sure you get access to all of these resources by clicking the link in the description below or visiting us at ricatest.com.